It's time to cut the ANC's power, because this is how we take our power back. South Africa, it's become abundantly clear that this government has no intention of helping the people of South Africa. It is clear that our president is unwilling and unprepared to stand up to the corrupt and inept in his own party who are holding us back from putting power into our energy grid.
And with that bold statement, the opposition Democratic Alliance in South Africa has laid down a marker in the fight to hold the ruling African National Congress accountable for the electricity debacle befalling South Africans. So what exactly does the DA intend to do now? What issue does the DA seek to address here?
I can announce that I've instructed our lawyers to apply directly to the High Court of South Africa for an interdict to stop the implementation of this tariff increase.
If their focus is on the price hikes for electricity, just how bad has it gotten for South Africans?
South Africans who have already spent a third of 2022 in darkness and are now burdened with an indefinite stage 6 load shedding are now also expected to pay for the looting and mismanagement of Eskom and policy failures of this government through exorbitant tariff increases, that the electricity tariffs have already increased by more than 650% since this crisis began in 2007.
As Party Leader John Steenhuisen has indicated here, the Democratic Alliance will approach the High Court to prevent Eskom increasing electricity tariffs 18.65% on April 1st, and then again another dozen percent in 2024. He says South Africans are expected to pay for the looting and incompetence of the ANC. Yeah, that's pretty much what's expected here. He also points out there's been a 650% increase in electricity prices since 2007. That's 4 times the rate of inflation, 400% over inflation. Why is that? Where's that money gone? So what relief does the Democratic Alliance seek from the courts? Well, they want the National Energy Regulator decision to raise tariffs to be rescinded on April 1st. They want load shedding decisions to be declared inconsistent with the Constitution. They want the government response to the crisis to be declared invalid by the court. They want the court to indicate that the government response has failed to meet the basic rights of citizens in the Bill of Rights. And finally, they ask the court to direct government to deliver within 30 days a comprehensive and measured plan for short, medium, and long-term steps to avert the energy crisis. Finally, John Steenhuisen says that this government will not act unless compelled to do so by a court of law. On that point, I agree 100% with him. This government has no intention of acting. But quite frankly, it's not simply because they lack the will. It's because they lack the competence to do it. Within 30 days, I seriously doubt that the government will provide a program, a plan, a measured and comprehensive plan for short, medium, and long-term steps to fix Eskom and the energy crisis. It took them 3 decades to destroy it. They're not going to fix it in 30 days, and they're not going to have a plan. They don't have a clue. They have absolutely no clue. And finally, the Democratic Alliance is marching on the ANC party headquarters, Luthuli House, on the 25th of January in protest, as they consider Luthuli House is the origin of this disaster. Well, fair enough, but you're just going to find a bunch of people who work for the ANC who haven't been paid in months, and that's not really going to solve your problem. The problem lies with ANC leadership sitting in Parliament and in the executive chair. And these are the incompetent bastards that need to be dealt with. Well, there you go, folks. The Democratic Alliance is going to the High Court to stop the increase in fees and force the government to come up with a plan within 30 days. Similarly, we've interviewed General Bantu Holomisa from the UDM, and they are seeking to go to the court, if necessary, to get something similar, a plan from the government. Neither party is going to get the result they want, and the crisis will continue. Odds are very strong that South Africa's electricity grid will completely collapse sometime in the not-too-distant future. What a sad, tragic outcome for a country that had such bright promise in April of 1994. Thanks a lot, folks. Take care.